Welcome home, masters and princesses, to another episode of Made News Network. I'd just like to say thank you, everybody, for all the great activity and subs. We are almost at 900 subs, and we haven't even been around for a whole month yet, so that's amazing. If you haven't, please subscribe. Please like this video. It helps tremendously. Also, last weekend, we did an interview with the Gaijin Guys. You can go over to their channel and check it out. It was a 2-hour podcast, and we talked about some great stuff. Wasn't quite long enough. We could have kept on going, but it was a fantastic time with them. So if you haven't seen it, please jump over there and take a look at that.
Yeah, that was a very fun, interesting time for sure. I think so. So last week we put out a Thanksgiving announcement video asking you guys to just share a word of thanks to Band-Maid that we could read on Thanksgiving Day. So it's Thanksgiving, so now's a good time. But Scott, what are you actually doing for Thanksgiving?
For here, it's actually, for us, it's 2 days. On Thanksgiving Day, we're going to spend it with my wife's friend who really doesn't have anybody in his life. So we want to make sure that he wasn't alone on Thanksgiving. And then the next day, we're going to do our little intimate family one here at home. How about you?
I'll be working. Yeah, actually, on the 23rd, it's Labor Thanksgiving Day. So pretty much like Labor Day in the States. So I'll be editing this video and spending time with Suho and hopefully get a little personal time. But yeah, it sounds great. I mean, I think Thanksgiving is actually a really good opportunity, not just to stuff yourselves, but to help feed others, give to others. That's really cool. So just hearing that already, Scott, that's you're a good guy for sure. So as mentioned, we did put out a Thanksgiving video, an announcement video, and we got over 100 comments, way more than we expected. So unfortunately, we can't read all of them, but we did pick some out, and we will proceed to read those. And I did look them over, and it can get a bit emotional. So please forgive us if we can't quite put the words out from time to time. So, but anyway, again, thank you guys so much for contributing and for sharing your heart to Band-Maid. And yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so this first comment comes from Ron Day, and he writes, "This band restored my faith in rock and roll. Rock seems stale in the States, but Band-Maid brought with them an infusion that gives rock life again. Amazing musicians, all of them. I will be eternally grateful for this beautiful, fresh rock infusion that Band-Maid has given us. Thank you, Band-Maid. We love you." Thanks, Ron.
This one comes from Tori Nguyen. "Thank you, Band-Maid, for all the hard work you do. Thank you for giving us content and online OQG, even though we couldn't see live shows during the pandemic. Thank you for the joy and smiles you give to brighten the world. World domination is your goal, and I know for sure I will help spread the word and awesomeness that is known as Band-Maid. Po." Thank you, Tori. That was a great one.
Cool. This one comes from Edward Whittle. "I discovered Band-Maid on YouTube just before I started having heart problems that needed open heart surgery. I loved them from the very first video of them doing Thrill. While I was in the hospital, I told everyone about them and told them they should give Band-Maid a listen. I watched them on YouTube during my stay at the hospital and have never stopped being amazed by their awesome talent. I also bought tickets for the show in Boston, but was unable to go because of health issues. I was very disappointed about this, and I was so looking forward to seeing them live. Their music helped me so much during my difficult recovery. I am grateful to them for that. There is always a Band-Maid song playing in my head or on my CD player. I have purchased most all of their CDs, and I intend to purchase all of them. They are a great band. I love them. Thank you so much for that just really honest comment, Edward. We do hope that you'll continue to get better and that your health will recover completely. And we really do hope that you'll get a chance to see them live and really just enjoy just being with them. So thank you again for that, Edward.
R. Allen says, Band-Maid is not only my favorite rock group, but also my family's as well. Good job. The last group we enjoyed as a family was Rush. Rest in peace, Neil Peart. Band-Maid brings not only great music and musicianship, but also joy. It was wonderful to see strangers before the concert sharing comments about Band-Maid and to see their smiles. I was also thankful to see the members of Band-Maid got to have some fun and eat some great food based on their comments. R. Allen, thank you very much. I think we all agree that not only are they fantastic, but the people that we get to meet when we go to these shows just make it so much better. So thank you, Alan. R.
Allen. This one comes to us from Germany. Feyron, forgive me, I just don't know how to pronounce that. He writes, it's hard for me to put into words the gratitude I feel when I think of Band-Maid. When I saw the music video to Thrill for the first time a few years ago, a few months before the pandemic hit, to be exact, a spark was ignited in me within those 4 minutes that turned into a fire only 2 or 3 more songs later, which I had given up looking for many years before, or no longer believed was even possible. My music world was completely turned upside down within those few minutes. And what I can tell you today is that these ladies, who are not only world-class musicians from my point of view, but also amazing human beings, at the same time opened the gate for me to a music world that not only supported me through those difficult months, but in which I feel more than just at home ever since. Today, this fire burns bigger and brighter than ever, and I have never regretted, not even for a fraction of a second, being able to experience this and having gone through this gate. And for that, I will be grateful to the ladies of Band-Maid for the rest of my life.
We warned you. We warned you. Some of these are hard.
I did. I didn't expect this. Sorry. Thank you and greetings from Germany. I guess that last line really. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you've really captured, I think, a lot of our hearts. I think having just sort of sailed through the music world, well, it is what it is, and there is what's there. But I think discovering Band-Maid, it is something that just sort of reawakens. There's this new discovery in your heart and in your life, and it does it. I feel like it changes you, and you're right. It's those few minutes that turns into something amazing. And yeah, not just world-class musicians, but amazing human beings. So yeah, you very eloquently captured, I think, a lot of our hearts. So thank you so much for sharing that, Farhan. Thanks.
And he also touched on COVID, because I think a lot of people found them in COVID, and not everybody was fortunate enough, lucky enough to have people around them. Some people were very isolated during COVID, and anything that you could hold on to keep you connected to people or to give you some sense of joy, I think goes a long way. So thank you for that connection, and we're glad that you found them when you did.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, here's a familiar name, Gary Holloway. Band-Maid are their own ethos that transcends even their music. Never has any band ever moved me in a way the Maids have with their music, and I thank them eternally for that. The Maidiac community is also the friendliest and close-knit group I know, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Us too, Gary. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great community. This is also a familiar name, Russell Potter. As I come from England, we don't have such things as Thanksgiving, but Band-Maid have been so important to me personally over the years. When things have been going badly, I turn on the music of Band-Maid to make things better. If I am walking up a hill and feeling tired, Band-Maid comes into my head and I start singing to myself. Even on the days that are great, Band-Maid makes it even better. There is never a day that goes by that I don't listen or watch on DVD a concert or music video. I check up online for news and just enjoy 10 years of great and varied music. A friend from social media went to one of the recent concerts. I am happy and proud to share my enthusiasm and make more fans of a very special band, a unique and brilliant set of musicians. Thanks to them, there is something to be thankful for. Absolutely agree. Yeah, it's just Band-Maid has a way of just filling in those empty spaces that would be a lot lonelier without them. So they're a company and a friend. Their music, and I think just their persona, just it kind of carries you through in ways that you never would have expected from a band. So yeah, thanks so much for sharing, Russell.
Yeah, the walking up a hill is a great metaphor, not only for the physicality of it, but the difficult times that we have in life. It's just that little extra stability that helps us get us through, and something that's familiar. Victor Rivero. Okay, this one I love. So I'm right up front, Victor. I love this one. He starts with, "Scream for me, Shibuya." That's BM for me, the union of Iron Maiden and these amazing girls. For those who grew up with Alive After Death and Justice for All, Arise, Vulgar Display of Power, etc., those girls are the hope for music. All I have to say is thank you. Like I said, this one hit me because I'm an 80s metal kid, and the Scream for Me Shibuya, if you've ever watched the Iron Maiden live at the Scream for Me Long Beach, I live in Long Beach. So all of this hits home for me. And I have that exact same exuberance and just joy and hope that I had in the 80s, that these girls bring that to me now. So great one, Victor.
Okay, this next one comes from Michael Wistrick. I'm thankful to have encountered a band, and it's been a while, that combines this level of talent, this passion for their art, and this much joy in seeing what they evoke in their fans. Absolutely. I really, God, their talent, their passion, their joy. It's like, it's everything. Like, there is this combination that's found in Band-Maid that you rarely see in, not just in any band, but almost anywhere. It's such a rare occurrence. And I think this is why it really does trigger something that hits you in the gut in a way very few things do. So absolutely. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing that.
Joe Saccone. I have a rather unique reason to be thankful to Band-Maid. I was lucky enough to be granted an interview with them when they were in New York. And in that interview, the band and their management could not have been nicer or more accommodating. I just wanted to publicly say thank you to them for helping me to create a piece for Fox that they will be the highlight of. I will remember that interview always, because I felt how genuinely they care for their fans, of which I am one. So if they read this, I just want to say thank you for all you do, and please never stop. Thanks, Joe. I believe that was, I think Alan and Ryan were there with you as well. We heard just a little piece of that. So I'm excited to see what that final story looks like when it's done.
Okay, this one is from Jonathan Lane. John, how are you doing? Band-Maid-san, I am so proud of all of you. Amazing that your music, your performances were so good in 2019 when you last visited us in America. And yet everything and everyone was even so much better in 2022. Thank you so much for working so hard, for providing so much joy during the difficult last 2 years, for coming to see us again. And thank you for being Kobato, Akane, Misa, Kanami, and Saiki. World domination. For those who don't know, Jonathan Lane is an amazing photographer. At the LA show, he made a banner for Misa along with one that we made. And yeah, I mean, please visit his Instagram and his website. Take a look at his photos. You can also stop by Band-Maid Fans Cafe. He's also posted a lot of photos there and on Twitter as well. So look for John Lane and you'll see some really good moments just captured. So thanks, John.
Bill Hollisey writes, I'm very thankful for Band-Maid. I am 74 years old, and 2 years ago, I was isolated in a small cabin in Tennessee. I was then and still now not in great health. I had to quarantine for 3 weeks after testing positive for COVID. I discovered Band-Maid on YouTube and have been a huge fan since. I honestly believe discovering Band-Maid restored my will to live and to move back to Atlanta, where I'm originally from. I'm happy to be back in Atlanta, but more importantly, I get to espouse the talent of this wonderful band to my previous and new friends. I must get my fix of Band-Maid every day through your channel and many of the US tour videos posted by the people who went to the shows. I really wish Band-Maid would come to Atlanta during their next tour. I will be there. It is a bucket list item I have. Thanks, Bill. I know at least 2 other guys who would really like them to come to Atlanta as well. So I'm glad that you found them, and I love to hear the older crowd stories about this. And we're glad that you recovered from COVID and that you're in a better place now. And just thank you for being you.
Yeah. If any of the sort of the core Band-Maid fans are in Atlanta, they'll be more than happy to support and help you and introduce you to a whole new world of fandom. So yeah. We'll look out for you for sure. For sure. Thank you. Next, Gerard Cahill. I stopped listening to music many years ago as I thought the creativity died as many of my beloved bands from the 80s and 90s ceased to create great music that has and will stand the test of time. About 6 years ago, I began watching YouTube vids and came across a reaction video on baby metal. I was impressed and started listening to more baby metal. On one reaction video, someone commented about a hard rock and roll band that blew their mind called Band-Maid. Not long ago, after that reactor did a vid on Thrill, and I was impressed. I then watched Band-Maid's real existence, and my addiction had started. Further music raised my obsession with this band to the point where I watch reaction vids and listen to the music just about every day. I can't thank Band-Maid enough for bringing passion for music back into my life. Band-Maid, please tour Australia. We will welcome you with open arms. Gerard, that is not the first time I have heard people asking for Australia, and we support you in that. Band-Maid, please go and tour in Australia. They will welcome you with open arms. Kangaroos, koalas, wallabies, you name it. They will all be there waiting for you at the runway. So, but thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
All right, next up, I don't know who this guy is, but he always has something to say about something. This is from Ryan Muir. I can't even say that with a straight face. Band-Maid literally changed my life, and all for the better. They've not only restored my faith in new music, but they've been the catalyst for me to discover hundreds of new great bands. Also, I now have friends I've met in person from all over the world. I've traveled more than I have for years because of their tour and the generosity of fans and new friends. Also, because of them, I now have a platform where my own music, the reason I started this YouTube thing, will actually get heard by people other than family and friends. I've been collaborating on covers and original music more than ever. Plus, I'm just happier than I was. This fucking band. So if you've ever watched some of Ryan's videos, that is a recurring theme with him, this fucking band. And I think that wraps up a lot of our feelings in a nutshell with just that little hint of comedy. So thank you for that, Ryan. I know, I feel you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. That captures a lot. All right. Next, the man, Curtis Robles. If you don't know Curtis, he was the one who picked up Vladimir Chupin from the airport, had him sleep over a night. They had some barbecue, which unfortunately I couldn't be there for, but he also helped pass out a bunch of towels for Misa's birthday. He went to the record store and got Pazne Chantin's autograph. So he's done a lot of stuff very recently to really help out the Band-Maid fandom and to give back to Band-Maid themselves. So let me just read this. Okay, from Curtis. A huge fan since March 2016, starting with Real Existence. There are many songs I love from many rock bands since the 60s, but I never loved a band so much as I love Band-Maid. This band is so multifaceted on and off stage. Band-Maid is super tight when they play their music without losing their individuality. Absolutely. They are the only band that still interacts with us maniacs intimately at every show. No two shows are the same, and Band-Maid never mails it in. 100% is the minimum effort that every Maid provides going on 10 years. How many musicians can say that? Very few. I'm not a musician, but I have learned so much about music. I thank the YouTube reactors for their detailed breakdown so I can understand how special and unique Band-Maid really is. Yeah, absolutely. Curtis, you've been around, but I think we all have to some extent, and for sure, Band-Maid really does. They never give less than 100. And that's what's amazing about them. So.
All right. JK Kansas Band writes, it's very simple. Thank you, Band-Maid, for continuing to provide exemplary music and videos for 10 years. I've never been so enamored with the band and their music so much since the 70s. Their persona is so endearing and lovable, but their music is what hits my soul and keeps me going to hopefully see them live again in 2023. Peace and love always. Perfect comment. Yeah, I think we all want them to come back. Well, I know we all want them to come back. And a recurring theme is it's been decades since a band has affected me like this. And I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah. Okay. Next is from Sammy F70. I'm thankful for Band-Maid because apart from providing me with awesome music to listen to, and one of my top 3 concert experience back in 2019 in Germany, I could use a refresher, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. In around 35 years of concerts, watching Kanami and later Miku playing live made me buy a guitar and learn how to play it badly. Many bands are good, but I've yet to find one that is that inspiring. Yeah, this is also a recurring theme is Band-Maid seems to inspire a lot of people, not just musicians who have been around the block, but people who have never picked up an instrument and all of a sudden they want to play. And it's interesting because watching Band-Maid, they're playing things that seasoned professionals can't do. But somehow it inspires us to think, oh, I want to try that. So that's a beautiful thing. So I hope you keep up the guitar, and that your bad playing turns into good playing. But yeah, it's great, and we definitely believe that Band-Maid does continue to inspire a lot of us. So thanks.
All right. This one's short and sweet, and this comes from a very OG guy. This is from Brian Kamen.
Mm.
Been following the Maids since 2015. Thank you for bringing music back to my heart. What else can you say?
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian. That's a good one.
Okay. This one comes from DRF. Those are letters, DRF. The last rock and roll concert I went to was Emerson, Lake and Palmer in 1974. Then on October 14th, 2022, I found myself traveling from Vancouver to get in line with a bad back and bad knees hours before the start of the concert in Seattle, just to get a good spot right at the rail in front of Misa. I understand that. No event in between those dates seemed worth going to. Thank you, Akane, Misa, Miku, Saiki, and Akane for who you are, what you can do with music, and what you've done for rock music for the world. God, that is such a great comment to hear. I mean, I feel like Band-Maid just sort of raises people from the dead, you know? Like, I'm not, don't get me wrong. Please don't take it the wrong way. I'm saying is that heart that you thought was over, that love and that passion for music that would get you to, get out of your house, to go to a show, to pick up a guitar. I mean, they stir up something in us that just, again, where do you find that in other bands? It's amazing. It's amazing. Again, no offense, please. Back to you, Scott.
All right. This last one here comes from Emily in Oregon. I've started to judge new to me bands by how Band-Maid like they are. I don't mean sounding like Band-Maid, but rather combining a pop sensibility, great melodies and hooks, with off-the-charts creativity and technical skill in their musicianship. Adding some heavy stuff in their music doesn't hurt either, as well as having a great sense of fun and humor on stage. Thank you, Miku, Kanami, Misa, Akane, and Saiki. Well said, Emily. It is that poppy, hooky chorus, and then the verses that keep changing up are one of the things that keeps me coming back and always wondering, what are we going to get next? So thank you.
Okay, well, we finished reading comments from our YouTube page, and these next two will be from ourselves. We want to share a word of thanks. So this is mine. There's so much more I can say, but I tried to keep it a little brief. Dear Band-Maid, it's hard to express how thankful I am and how much better my life has been because of you. I found you a month after I arrived in Japan during Golden Week in 2018. On May the 4th, be with you. And I feel as though you've been with me since then. I remember after finding you, getting all your music, and even buying a CD for the first time in years. I remember listening to you every day on the way to work and back home, and it always made my day better. Your music, your friendship and camaraderie, your passion, your dedication, your joy, all of it inspires me to want to live a better and more positively productive life, and to give back to you and to the community and friends I have found through Band-Maid that have helped me I got this and supported me through some of the hardest moments in my life. Thank you for always shining brightly and sending a message of hope and perseverance. Thank you for being beautiful people and for kicking so much ass wherever you go. Koba-sama, Minto-sama, Achan-sama, Mi-sama, and Sai-sama. Arigatou gozaimasu po. Band-Maid 永遠にいつも応援します. So thank you for everything, Band-Maid. I don't have the words, but thank you. You guys mean so much to me. Yeah.
I am thankful for Band-Maid because of not only what they've done for me personally, the restoration of my faith and love in new music. I had given up in the 90s after Pantera and the loss of Dime. I had given up on any type of new music. A friend had turned me on to a couple of different Japanese bands, which got me interested. But when I found Band-Maid, my life changed. It awakened a part of me that had been, I had thought dead, but apparently was just dormant. I can feel things differently. I can see things differently. And I certainly hear things differently now because of the band. In addition to that, I have made people that I've made friends, deep, real friends with people that to this day I have never met, or maybe met for just a very short period of time, and that would not happen without Band-Maid, and that has made me a better person as well. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Band-Maid, for not only what you've done for me, but what you've done for other fans all around the world. And then on this Thanksgiving Day here in the United States, we'd like to give back to you by saying thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. As long as you do that, we will be here to support you. When we are down, you pick us up. And hopefully when you are down, we will be here to return the favor. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so just as we are always listening to your voices to lift us up, we hope this video has helped pick you up, hearing our voices and our hearts to you. So yeah, this video was I'm not gonna lie, a little bit hard a little bit hard to get through, but I'm grateful for it. I think just reading through these comments and yeah, even just through the comments on our page, I mean, it really, you realize how much of an impact that Band-Maid has made. And yeah, no words. No words. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do hope that this channel has helped you guys, that you guys are enjoying it, but that it's also helping you to appreciate Band-Maid and the fans, your friends that you've made through Band-Maid, and that yeah, it'll sort of be a part of your day that can kind of be a little pickup. That'd be the coolest thing. So if you guys can continue just to you know, like these videos, you know, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. We're almost at 900. We're going to hopefully get to 1,000 by the end of the year, and hopefully we'll just keep on growing and being able to put out more content that will be fun, interesting, and yeah, celebrate and support Band-Maid in all they do. So anything from you, Scott?
Yeah, just to reiterate what Peter said, we're so close to 1,000. Once we hit 1,000, we're going to do some giveaways. I've got some stuff that was donated from other fans who are just super supportive of us and want us to succeed. I've got some of my own personal stuff. So we want to say thank you back to you guys, not only with words, but with some cool merch that's been donated. Some of it's actually, I'm like, you sure you want to donate this, dude? And the answer was, yeah. I'm like, okay, all right, we'll do it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So just thanks again. Just, like and subscribe, share with your friends. And we don't do this for us. We do this for you guys, and we do it for the band because we love them that much. So with that, I would just like to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, regardless of where you are in the world. You always have a place to come if you need to pick me up. We'll get you here. Oh, and the last thing, in the comments below, if there's something that you guys would like us to cover, maybe there's somebody you think we should interview or something you want to talk about, let us know, because we certainly don't know everything and we don't know everybody. So throw us some ideas. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the world. Enjoy your food, whatever it is, turkey or not turkey. Thank you so much, masters and princesses. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your lives. Listen to Band-Maid. All right. Bye.